Different people mean different things by work samples, but the common denominator is that work samples are essentially an opportunity for a candidate to demonstrate their skills, their ways of working, their thinking, and their attitude, rather than simply describing themselves or telling stories about their past. Importantly, they reflect their actual job that they're going to do. So what does that mean in practice? Let's think about how this plays out, that is, using work samples in an interview setting. Let's imagine that you're hiring for a salesperson. Rather than asking someone to tell you about a time when they sold a software product, instead get them to pitch a software product to you. What about if you were hiring for a software engineer? Rather than asking a candidate to tell you about a time when they worked on code as part of a team using CSS, instead get them to do some coding work with you and your team. Or what about if you were looking for somebody with quantitative skills in a commercial setting? Rather than getting somebody to tell you about a time when they analysed some data for commercial purposes, instead give them a spreadsheet for half an hour. Let them look at it and then come back to you half an hour later with their conclusions and their methodologies. So what is it that makes these work sample-based assessments so interesting? Well, firstly, they're assessing the skills themselves. They're not trying to draw conclusions about candidates on the basis of anecdotes that people selectively tell about themselves. In traditional competency-based interviews, a lot of what we're actually testing is storytelling, which is a valuable skill, but usually isn't the core of most jobs. Secondly, they mimic the job that the person's going to be doing. Honestly, even if we didn't have mountains of data showing the predictive power of work sample type questions, we intuitively know that the best way to see if someone's right for the job, or frankly, if the job is right for them, is to do a little bit of the job itself. Now these examples are obviously more suited to an interview setting. What we're going to look at next is how you adapt this format to the screening stage and go about making your own and using them in your own processes.